then you know and I know that that wouldn't work. And we see by using the extremes that I just gave you, then you can see even the small things also don't work. Even something tiny. And anything that you do that has so much as a grain of sand, a small amount, a seed, a tiny seed worth of kibr in it, or shirk in it, Allah won't accept it. Shirk is what? To make partners with Allah. Whoever makes partners with Allah, this is the one thing that will never be forgiven. This is in the Quran. You can read it for yourself. Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 48. Allah said, verily He does not forgive a shirk, but anything less than this, He can forgive. And whoever has committed this has committed a heinous crime. It's something really big. But anything else, of course, Allah is Ghafur Rahim. But for sure to know and understand, this is the one thing you cannot get away from. And you might say, well, I don't have any statues. I don't have any pictures. I don't bow down to anything but Allah, you know. I don't worship a human being. So therefore, I must be okay. But that's not all there is to it. Whenever you rule your life other than the way Allah wants it ruled, how do you say that that's not shirk? We're commanded by Allah to pray how many times a day? So if somebody said, well, I'll just pray 3, isn't that good enough? And fasting the month of Ramadan. So I'll fast a half a day. Why not? I'll fast 2 months, but just half a day. I ought to make up for it. Come on, man, what do you want? Or better yet, why don't I fast 4 months, but only a fourth of a day? Well, wait a minute, come to think of it, I'll go 12 months, and a 12th of a day is 2 hours. Heck, I can do that while I'm asleep. I'm fasting every day, mashallah. Innama a'malu binniyat. You see? So we're finding now that there are some important conditions beyond just worshiping a rock, a stick, a stone, or a bone. There are a lot of things that we do in our life and we forget all of it is going to be taken into account on the Day of Judgment. On Yawm al-Hisab, the day of settling the accounts, one of the things that happens is you have to account for every single dirham or dollar, ringgit, pound that you have taken in this life and dispensed in this life. Where did you get it and where did you spend it? How did it come to you and how did it go? Every single one. Oh, by the way, before I leave that subject, there's something you can do so you can avoid that. Would you like to avoid that one? I do. I want to avoid that. That's too much. To stand there, how long do you think you'd be standing there accounting for each one of them? Over and over and over and over and over. Especially today with the value of the dollar going down, 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 so we have to deal in more of them just to get a loaf of bread. Well, we have some very good news for the believers. This is the best bargain you can run across. You won't find anything in IKEA or Costco or Giant or anything going to beat this deal. This is a good deal. Prophet ﷺ told us, whoever keeps their salah, the salah is in order on Yawm al-Hisab. Angels are going to look at your salah, and if it's okay, you skip this part. You skip it and go on to the Jannah. All you got to do is have a salah in order. 5 times a day. For the boys, every single day. For the girls, you know how it works. Alhamdulillah, you guys get the bargain. So look at us. Here's a great chance. 3 to 5 minutes Fajr, 3 to 5 minutes for Dhuhr, 3 to 5 minutes for Asr, 3 to 5 minutes for Maghrib and Isha, and best finish. Not even an hour out of the whole day, including the wudu, including the dhikr, including arguing with somebody about whether or not they moved their finger right. Everything is all right there. But many of us, we don't have our salah in order and we already know it. How can I make it up? What can I do? The rest of the hadith, there's more to the hadith. Allahu Akbar. Because if the salah, the farida, what you're supposed to do, is weak, deficient, daif, then they will look to the nafla salah, the salah which you have, which is extra, and they will pull from that until you have enough to still go through and go to paradise. Alhamdulillah. So if you don't have your salah in order, don't give up. Continue your salah and start making this extra salah as you can, and keep asking Allah to accept from you. Be sure you do this, because on that day it's going to be too late, as we learned from these surahs that we just talked about.